Recording in progress.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Since it's the oh no Aaron's coming back. Aaron, are you trying on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay, let me turn the volume on.
Aaron's got some audio
Okay.
issues this evening.
Can you hear me? It's doing on my phone too.
So now you have to turn off the computer, like exit, and then just use your phone. Okay.
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 It's doing it on here.
Aaron, I don't know. You've got some weird
I
stuff
can
going
hear
on.
my voice. And it says it again then.
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
All right. Well, maybe come back on your computer, then we could at least see your face.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Amy, how are you tonight?
I'm good. You?
Good, good, good. Amy, if you see a person named Charlene on the screen, it's because there is somebody named Charlene on the screen. Charlene is new. She lives in Florida and used to live in Michigan. So that's how I knew her. We were in a BNI group together. Charlene, what year was that? Do you even remember? I didn't figure out what year we were in BNI together.
Well, I moved in 2015,
Okay. And I had been
but
out for a little while of BNI because I moved in 2016. I feel like it had been a little while since I had been in. So 2000s sometime we were in BNI
yeah.
together. Amy is a kindergarten teacher. And so, you know what? I'll let you guys all introduce yourselves to each other. So let's do that, and then we'll get into announcements and we'll get into some training. So, Charlene, why don't we start with you? Tell us where you live, what you
Okay.
do when you're not doing Mary Kay, and why you're excited to be here.
Okay. It's echoing. Is my voice echoing to you guys?
No,
Yes.
no,
I don't know why.
You are not echoing to me, but you're echoing to Aaron and you're echoing to Amy. This is so weird. Okay, because that's
Maybe
so,
it's you.
I know, maybe. Am I echoing to you guys?
No.
But you are not echoing to me. Okay. All right. Hold on.
But everybody else's voice is echoing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, are we echoing? Go ahead.
Let's see. No,
Am
No?
I echoing?
no more echo. Can you hear me?
No more echoing.
Okay.
Okay.
I just changed something. So, sorry, guys.
Okay.
That was me. I was the problem. Okay. All right. Well, Charlene, go ahead. Now that we're
Okay.
not anymore.
I'm Charlene Levine, and I live in Florida. I'm a massage therapist for Hand and Stone. And yeah, it was really great to reconnect with Beth. She asked me to take the 5-day, I don't know what you were calling it, but we'll call it the 5-day challenge just for fun, the 5-day skin challenge.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
I remembered how much I loved the products, and yeah, and kind of the rest is history. We got back in touch, and here I am. So I'm excited to be here. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with the business right now. I'm just here to listen and explore and see what's going on.
Awesome. I love it. Charlene, you know what? It's going to be fun for you because we are just when the field trials, those are fairly new as a way to introduce product to people and get feedback. And so you're going to be a really important person as someone who went through the trial to kind of
Uh-huh.
share your experience. So I might give you there might be time for you to share tonight,
Okay.
I'm sure in the future. Absolutely. So, well, we're
All
so
right.
glad to have you here, Charlene. Charlene is just a delight. So much fun. All right.
Thank
And
you.
you know what? Tell family. So tell us about your children.
Okay. I have 3 boys. One is studying vocal performance at the University of Michigan Graduate School, and he is on the pathway to be an opera singer. My second one lives in Orlando, and he got halfway through a music production program, decided he didn't need the degree to do what he wanted to do, and he works full-time for Home Depot. He manages their contract area, and he's about to release his first single with his rock band Rooftop Monkey onto Spotify. So that's exciting. And my third boy is on the pathway to be an electrician.
I'm
And it doesn't do anything with music.
writing down Rooftop Monkey so we can all go download the single. When is it going to be launched, Charlene?
They were supposed to do it in July. So I think it's going to be August, September. And I think there is another band on there called Rooftop Monkeys. They're not monkeys, they're monkey. They're
Okay.
Rooftop Monkey. They're the singular monkey.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Well, you know what? Your boys and Aaron Moore, you can talk next because your boys have a little band and they're about the same age. So, Aaron, tell us who you are. Tell us how long you've been in Mary Kay, what you love about
Okay.
it, and your family.
Okay. So I am Erin Moore and I live in Concordia, Missouri, and I've been in Mary Kay for 5 years. And what I love about Mary Kay is that it is giving me a source of income to help pay my health insurance because I'm a retired teacher. And also it lets me get out there and talk to people since I am retired, like get out there and put myself out there more. So I really enjoy my business for that reason, just the people and the relationships I form. I have been married for 31 years, I think, to Travis, my husband, and he just retired this year also. So we're learning to live together. And I have 3 children. Hayden is a physical therapist and he is 28. Peyton is a nurse and he's 24. And my daughter Faith is 20 and she is going to be a sophomore at college in nursing program. So, and my boys have had a band. Well, Hayden started it first. He taught himself how to play the guitar in college and he started writing songs and doing albums. So he also has the albums on Spotify. The name of their band is Weekend Friends. And when his brother got old enough, he plays the drums and they got a keyboarding guy that one of them met at Boys State and the rest is history.
Oh my gosh. I mean, does anybody else have kids who have songs on Spotify? Amy, do your kids have a song on Spotify or just Jay?
Jay.
Oh, Amy, you go next. I mean, I'm telling you what, we are like a rock star group. Go ahead, Amy.
Hi, so I'm Amy Kraft. I'm from Southgate, Michigan, and I'm married to my husband Jay for, it'll be 22 years in December, which is crazy to think about. We got married when we were both 5, so worked out good. And then I have 2 kids. My daughter is 16 and a sophomore, or oh my gosh, junior in high school. And then my son will be 12 on Wednesday and is going into 6th grade. I'm also a teacher, and kids play sport, so they keep me on my toes. We're getting ready to start middle school soccer for my son and then also travel soccer. And then, and Jay's, that's how he and I met. I met him while I went to a show with a friend and met the drummer from the band, and the rest is history. So they've been, the one band he's been in for a long time. They've been on 89X, which is a Michigan station. And then he has his own songs on Spotify. And a really cool fact is one of their friends from high school does a lot of stuff with the film industry, and she showed Bedford Drive, which is the band that Jay was in through college, showed the album to Owen Wilson, the actor, and he is a huge fan of Bedford Drive. So that's kind of my claim to fame and also kind of really cool as well. So
yeah. So what is Jay for his songs that are on Spotify? Are they under his name or what's his name that he goes under?
Warm Chord Music.
Warm Chord Music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. This is so fun. Okay. All right. I had no idea we were going to be talking about this tonight, but I mean, all right. Whoever else has someone they know that has a song on Spotify, you can go next. Or whoever listens to Spotify, anyone. Julie, how about you? You want to go ahead?
I listen to Spotify. I just started listening to it. Charlene, you said you live in Florida. What part?
I live in West Palm Beach.
I used to live in Delray Beach for 5 years.
Okay, yeah. So I lived in Wellington. Have you heard of Wellington?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I
I
lived in
was
Wellington first for 7 years. Yeah, now I live in West Palm and I work in Jupiter.
Okay. I went to
Yeah.
Jupiter once. I got kind of kidnapped. It's another story. But anyway. And I blew out my flip flop at the Square Grouper, which I thought was appropriate. So now I live in Columbia, Missouri, and I've only been selling Mary Kay for a couple of months. Uh, I'm finding out I'm shy, I guess, a little bit with sales. So anyway, I'm working on it. I got a $188 order today, and there's a part 2 of that order coming too. So yeah.
Awesome. Julie, so where did your $188 order come from?
It's funny, my friend Becca posted some, she was a Mary Kay consultant and she used to work with me at Shelter, and I was her former customer. And she posted something, some positivity quote or some inspirational thing, and I made a comment, and she messaged me, and I'm like, okay, I feel bad telling you this, but I decided to become a Mary Kay consultant, because I talked about maybe doing it. I've been thinking about it for years, and I told her I, bit the bullet and I decided to go for it. I said, I'm not doing very well because I haven't dedicated a lot of time to it yet. And I said, but I'm working on it. She's like, well, actually, my mom and I need to order some things. And she said, I spread the love among my Mary Kay consultant friends. I'm like, okay. She's like, how much do you need this month? I said, $125. So anyway, she's
Awesome. And
yeah.
she,
But that's, huh?
I love it, Julie. I love it. And it's like so much of the month left. So that's awesome. Awesome. All right, Dawn, tell us
Hi.
about you.
Well,
Where do you live?
huh?
Where do you
Oh,
live?
right. I live in Ratcliffe, Kentucky. We have been here going on 5 years. We have retired here. My husband had retired from the military after 20 years. So there's been a lot of adjustment of knowing my instincts at 3 years was like, we're supposed to be moving. We're not moving because that's when I get organized and I'm like, okay, what the packer's going to pack, what we're going to take with us on the road. Gets crazy. We got to make sure there's no more groceries in the house. And so it gets a little overwhelming. But I don't miss it because like they would pack us, but then we have to unpack when we get there. And we've been to 6 duty stations. My husband has done 8 deployments and we joined right after 9/11 happened. So yeah, he dropped me off in Colorado Springs. 2 months later, he was out. And that was my first time away from my family ever. And here I have a 7-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I'm supposed to do this on my own. My mom came down 9 times that year. She was so scared of leaving me, and I'm like, but I needed that because it made me grow up.
Yeah.
Um,
You've been with Mary Kay for how long, Dawn?
I was doing it 20 years ago before all this technology and stuff, and I tried it for a good year, and between the kids and trying to sell it, it just didn't work for me at that time. Especially with Joseph, I loved him dearly, and he's still a go-getter, but he tends to run off, and I need him to stay. I mean, he even learned how to get out of the shopping cart. It was crazy. I mean, it used to be I'd take the DVD player to grocery shopping, and that was cool, and it kept him busy. Well, then all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so he's been a handful. He still is. I have 2 boys. One is 23, one is 30. People get shocked when I tell them they're my kids. They're like, you don't look like it, but I am. I'll be 53 in December, so. But I'm kind of having fun. I have to go back and I get excited and I'm making these phone calls and stuff. And yeah, it's stressful and annoying when they say no, or they already have Mary Kay consultants and I don't believe in stealing. And so I don't. But I had to go back and basically restart myself, my mind to reboot and say, okay, this is the direction I want to go. This is what I want to do. And because I did that and I prayed a lot, I prayed a lot. God gave me 2 faces this week. My first 2 faces this week. It's a mother and daughter. So I'm so excited. Now I just got to figure out what all needs to go in my bag because I have no clue.
Mhm.
And so, but that's okay.
Well, Dawn, you're at the right place because we're going to talk about that tonight. So you were smart to show up tonight. Always, always smart to show up. Well, we are glad you're here. I see Beverly is saying hi in the chat. So hey, Beverly, good to see you. I am going to share the screen and so we can go through some announcements and well, okay. Okay, does everybody see flowers on their screen where it says power up and grow? Is that all? Are you seeing that? It's good?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
awesome. All right, you guys. Well, so for Charlene, who's brand new, and really we've got lots of new people on here tonight. Our fiscal year starts July 1st and runs through July 30th. We call it our seminar year. At the end of a year, we go to an event called seminar. So when we call it our seminar year, that's what we're talking about. And there's a theme every single year. This year, it's power up and grow. And what I love about this theme is that it is expecting being somewhere different than we are right now. So every week that we come together, I am going to ask the same question, and it is, where are you now? Like, where are you in your business right now? So, you get to decide what word that is. You have a word that says, I am right where I want to be, or I am not where I want to be, or I am building a customer base, or you may have a lot of things to define where you are now, but you have to know where you are now so you know when you move forward, how far you've gone. Okay, so understanding where you are now. So, one way you could measure that is how many skincare customers do you have? And so you might have a number 5, or you might have a number 50, or you might have a number 150. That is what I want you to be thinking about tonight is how many skincare customers do you have? If you're brand new, you probably don't have any. And if you've been here for a while, you may want to really take a look at your customer list and go, how many of them are actually using skincare? So once you know where you are, then you can decide where do you want to grow, not just go, but where do you want to grow? Growth is a positive word. Growth, when I'm looking out, I've got a cornfield in my backyard, and in the spring when they plant, there's nothing, and then as it's grown, I have these huge tall corn stalks, and that is what the farmers had hoped for. But it's green and growth, and they'll come through and harvest and get a whole bunch of seed, and it's pretty exciting. But they have a vision for it. We have to have a vision of where we want to grow to, or we will just like loop and cycle and never get anywhere. So we might know where we are, but if we don't know where we want to grow to, we will just loop and loop and loop. And so this experience every single Monday is to ask you the question, to think about where you are, where do you want to grow, and then give you a tip to help you move forward. That's the point of this time together. And what we have found in Mary Kay, she created a culture where we can grow together, where we are not in competition with each other, but we are here to support each other, to share ideas. And then she also created a culture that gives us as a group an opportunity to achieve things together. And so Mary Kay sets these targets that we get to hit as a team. And this year, our target, the target is called Circle of Excellence. If you look at all of these plaques that are behind me, they represent different levels of achievement. And this year, we've got all kinds of different numbers on those plaques. So this year, the plaque number that we're going for is 650,000. And the way that we achieve a different level of growth is by putting product on faces. And our goal as a team is to share Mary Kay with 200 people a month as a team. And so that's where we're going. That's where we're growing to is 650,000. And also earning our 6th Sixth Pink Cadillac as a unit. We've been a top unit for a long time. But one of the things we know about growth is you're either going ahead or you're going backwards. There's never a coast. If you're coasting, you're probably going backwards. So I'm excited for this year for every single one of us to experience moving to a new place because I know 21 years in that this business can impact your situation in ways you may have never even imagined or dreamed. And so I'm excited to see how all of us, many of you pictured on the screen, are going to be impacted this year and how your families are going to be impacted. Okay, this is a visual that I will reference every single week, and it is a model of what we all need to build a Mary Kay business. And it starts from the inner part of the flower and grows out. So the inner part of this flower represents the two things that we need to build a business. It is sharing product with people, and sharing information about the business. We make income by selling product, and if anyone chooses to join your team, you can earn income that way as well. All of the surrounding petals are the skills that we need to put product on faces and to build a team. The root of the stem of the flower is your reason. It's your like, why am I here? And everybody is going to be different. If I don't know why I'm building my business, it's very hard for me to move into action. I heard a speaker at our seminar that we were just recently at, and she said, when you are struggling to move ahead in your business, and because you feel like you're so busy, she said, it's not really a time issue, it's a desire issue. Because I don't know about you, but if I'm motivated, if I have a desire for something, I will move heaven and earth to make it happen. If it's a sale that I'm going to get to, I will figure out a way to get there. Or if it's maybe if it's a health crisis, maybe some of you have gone through health crisis with yourself or with a family member, and all of a sudden you're learning how to administer some type of treatment that you're like, I never thought I would ever need to know how to do this. But now I'm going to figure it out. And you figure out the time and you figure it out because you have a desire to do it. And so that desire is super important. The roots are the things that support you that we have in place in our business to help you continue to grow. So this event, we've got 4 conferences throughout the year that we can attend in different places. And then we've got all of our online training that's available. So lots of ways to support you. All right. And what we know, Mary Kay Ash, the woman that started the company, she said, those that show up, go up. And you guys, what I love about right now, this time in history in Mary Kay, it is completely like we have a banquet table in our laps of resources and training and tools. And so really it is just up to us to come to the table and take advantage of those things. So you guys all are, because you're here. So you are so smart. All right. Well, every Monday, reminder, we always have success night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, the 4th Monday of the month. So the 4th Monday, we have an event that you can invite guests to. It is called Beauty Bingo. It is an event where they get to play bingo. It's really fun. They get to learn about a lot of different products. And our event this month is going to feature some of the new fall products that'll be launching in September. So the 4th Monday, it is the 25th of August, will be Beauty Bingo, and you'll get more information about that in the next 2 weeks. Okay, I'm going to go through, I'm looking at my time here. All right, I want to introduce and just remind you of some of the targets that Mary Kay gives for the year. So Mary Kay knew that as women, if we can earn cash with Mary Kay, but she also wanted to create what she called Cinderella prizes. And so she creates targets that when you work all year long, you can achieve some really fun jewelry. Every jewelry piece that I have on me is something from Mary Kay. It's pretty great. My husband is happy. He doesn't ever have to buy me jewelry because I just keep getting it from Mary Kay. So we've got a selling target that Mary Kay has for us every year, and there's always a beautiful ring that you can earn. And then there is a sharing, which is when you grow your team, and it is the beautiful bumblebee pin that Mary Kay created because she loved the bumblebee. It represented grit and determination because bumblebees apparently their wings aren't like heavy or strong enough to lift their body, but because of their determination, they do. And so that bumblebee, when you see it, you know you are in the space of a woman who's got determination and grit. And then all of those targets, when you chop them in half, you can earn other levels of recognition. So maybe you're like, I can't think that big, but I could think a little bit bigger. And so we have things called Princess Court and our unit courts. All right, and then every month, so we take the big year and we break it down into small pieces. Every single month, there are opportunities for you to achieve. And ladies, all of these things are just an encouragement to help you move into action. So some of these things you may be like, I love it. Others may be like, eh. But the goal is to help us all move into action. So every single month, we've got a challenge that when you sell enough product to order by 350 by the 15th, we have super fun earrings every single month that you can earn. Some are super cute, some are a little more sparkly. But this month, Erin Hildebrand and Lynn Bauer have already achieved that. So congrats, ladies. And then the company gives prizes when we consistently work and order from the company. So when you are ordering 2 months in a row of 600 wholesale each month, there are some earrings that you can earn this month. In the past, we've earned all kinds of fun things. But all of these targets are things that you track, and then I also have an assistant that will text you and go, hey, you're this much away, so you can stay on top of these things. All right, and you guys, this month, I'm doing an extra fun thing. I did it last month, and I'm doing it again this month to encourage you, because some people aren't into sparkly things. Totally fine. And so I am going to be offering some business tools this year. So there's something that when you work, you can earn something that'll support your business. And this month it is, it's called an electronic business card or a mini site. And so these are, it's like an electronic business card is what it is. But my assistant creates it. It is a link. You keep it on the home screen of your phone. And so when you're chit-chatting with someone, they find out you're a Mary Kay consultant, you can just text them the link, and it has connections to all of your information, your website, your social media, the catalog. It is so cute, professional. It's amazing. And you can earn one this month. It's good forever. Like, it'll always be good, always be updated when you place a 600 wholesale in August. So Erin and Lynn each have one that's been created. I love mine. When I was in Charlotte for a seminar, I met several people that I just shot this off, and they were able to have my contact information. And guess what? I had their contact information because I needed their phone number to text it to them. So, okay. All right. I'm going to, no, I'll keep going through a couple of these. We've talked about monthly prizes, and now we're going to go to quarterly. Every quarter, there is a target that Mary Kay has set. It's called the Star Consultant Program. And when you consistently order 600 every month, you become a Star Consultant. And this year, all of the stars, so whoever achieves this goal in the quarter, you are invited to an event with an image consultant who is just a doll. She's from Texas, so she has this fun Southern accent. But she creates events that Star Consultants will be able to join and their guests. And so heading into fall, it'll be the fall trend report. So she tells us all things fashion for fall. And I need it because I live in a little town where we don't do a lot with fashion in our town. So It's nice to have somebody tell us what we should be wearing. But each quarter, she's going to be presenting something different for us. So that'll be happening all year long. All right. Mark your calendars. The next events coming that are a bigger event that support you and your business. We have one in summer, fall, winter, and spring. They're all the same weekend in 3 different locations. So October 10th and 11th, there's a retreat in Michigan. Erin Moore and I are going to be attending that one. We're coming up to Michigan for that event. There's an event in Kansas City the same weekend. And then Charlene, I found this one for you. I don't know how far this is away from you, but Altamont Springs, Florida. It's just a Saturday event. So depending on where you are and where you might want to be connected to, you can reach out to me and I can give you details on it. But this event, the fall events are so fun because they prepare you for what we know is really some of our biggest selling season, the fall holiday season. So it's a good prep for that. Okay, and then this week, Wednesday, this will be our last announcement. This week, Wednesday, if you are a consultant that has built a team and you have 3 or more people on your team, you're a star team builder, you are invited to an event this Wednesday at 6 o'clock. We have it every single month to celebrate our consultants that are building teams. We hear from a top national sales director. We give away prizes. It's a really fantastic event. And then following that at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, and this is for everybody. And you guys, I would encourage all of you to pop onto this. It's a 30-minute event, and it is open to you and your guests. And it is an opportunity to learn more, for people to learn more about the Mary Kay business. So all of my new customers that have recently tried the Mary Kay product, actually all of my customers, I invite to this event. They hear from a speaker. We give away $500 to people that are on the event. And then we usually have some fun product information, but that's this Wednesday at 7:30. So that's all. Woo! Lot going on, but lots of opportunities for you to plug in. Okay. All right. We are talking about faces and getting product on faces. In my text message that I sent out to you, I said we are going to show up so we can learn how to sell product and sell it consistently and learn how to sell in a way that you are building not only little bits of income, but lots of income. Last week, I showed an introduction to an idea, and I'm going to show a little clip of that to remind us of what we're talking about. And then we're going to focus on the beginning of how to start building a customer base that orders consistently and that you can count on. So let me share my screen again.
One replenishing serum C. Thrilled to come to you today with this idea called 45 to Thrive. This is all about building 45 customers who use $1,000 of products a year that add up to $45,000 retail to put you on the national court of sales, earning your diamond ring and bringing extra income into your family. Now, you might think this idea looks kind of familiar if you've looked into some of the tools that are attached to this. It is similar to the 40 customer binder that made its way across much of the Mary Kay world in the past 4 years since I released those videos. And I shared on those videos that it originated from this old but timeless training that I came across one time from this brilliant director that I had never met, but I had wanted to give credit where credit was due. Well, her name is Brenda Howell, who I have since met, and she is just as beautiful as she is brilliant. And I'm so grateful to have seen that training from long ago. And now a huge thank you to Erin Marlowe, who has made this part of her Go Give collection so we can share all of this with the Mary Kay world. She has changed a lot of the tools that goes with it and has put it on Canva so you can go in and make any changes that you want. All right, so binder, that's the first thing. I want you to grab a binder that you love to look at because you will be looking at it. You want it to bring you joy when you see it, that you want to open it and want to work with your binder. You might change your binder often. I have had the same binder for 4 years. It must be made pretty well because it's holding up well for as much as it's been used. But I might end up changing it. You just never know. The other thing you could do is Erin made this great cover page. So you could always put it in a clear binder and just have the Thrive 45 to Thrive just on the front of it there too. So, okay, so let's get into the 25 products that we're specifically talking about. And there is a list that is in there. Now, these 25 products you could change around and you will notice as you look at them that you're like, Tandy, like they should use a lot more products than that, or they would use more than that in a year if they're using it consistently. You are totally right, which should also make you realize how simple it could be to get 45 customers to use $1,000 of product a year. What this also shows you is that if they're not getting it from you, they're getting it from somewhere else. And so the goal is to have all of your customers thinking of only you when they run out of anything skincare, any supplement, any color, any body care, any fragrance. We want them thinking of you because the more they order and the more reorders, the more they're going to think of you. All right, so let's talk about these 25 specific items. So the first is 2 Time-Wise Miracle sets. Okay, so 2 sets in a whole year, that's probably not going to fully last, right? But again, we're going low on this. You also might have more customers like I do that use the Volufarm Time-Wise Repair than they do Miracle Set. Well, great. That'll help you get to the 1,000 even that much faster.
Okay, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. So Tandy Fisher is a top director, and she, as she said, heard this idea. And what I love about this idea is that you build 45 customers and you continue to introduce them to new products. So everything in their bathroom is Mary Kay. Funny story, when I was a Mary Kay customer, I used everything except for mascara because I was bound and determined I wasn't going to be all Mary Kay with my consultant. Why? That was ridiculous. And then I became a consultant and started using the mascara. And I'm like, well, that was really dumb because our mascara is awesome. I love our mascara. But our goal as a consultant is to introduce people to lots of different products. So Tandy, the rest of this video, and then there's another video that goes along with it, gives detailed descriptions of how to create a tracking for customers and all of the products they use. So last week we watched the entire video and I posted the tracking sheets for your customers and I started creating my binder. So I've got tracking sheets and I started putting all of my skincare customers down and then all of the products that they use. So there's little check marks for all the different products. Well, I wanted to stop the recording before Tandy started going through all 25 products because what I want to suggest tonight and what we're going to talk about a little bit more is that for all of us, whether we're brand new like Charlene or we've been in for longer, we want to always be thinking building skincare customers. Our introduction of Mary Kay product to people always starts with Mary Kay skincare. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, it's what is most needed for people. And it's what most people are going to wash their face. Not everybody's going to wear lipstick. Not everybody's going to be interested in glamour. But most people, when it comes, if they have any concern for their skin, they're going to want to wash their face and moisturize. And so this is a product that they're going to use consistently, that they will most likely run out of on a regular basis when they're using it 2 times a day, morning and night. And so our focus, first and foremost, is to introduce people to Mary Kay Skincare. Okay. And then as you're building your skincare customers, then you can start to think about introducing your skincare customers to other products, to other skin supplements. Or maybe they're ready to start using mascara, or they're looking for that perfect lipstick shade. But it all starts with skincare. So what I'm going to show you right now is a video that you can get off of InTouch, and it is 3 different ways you can share skincare with people. There's a variety of ways to do it, and then there's a 4th way that I will share when we get off of the video. And Charlene, this is where I'm going to have you do a little sharing. Well, okay, here we go. All right.
If you've ever been to a Mary Kay party, you know just how much fun they can be. But if you've never held one of your own, you may feel nervous and a little unsure of what to do. Don't worry. With all the resources available and just a little practice, you'll gain the confidence you need to hold fun and successful parties. There are many ways to hold a party, so today we will show you a few options. There are in-person, virtual, and hybrid parties. You can focus on skincare, color or pampering, or all 3. You can also hold pop-up parties when you would like to keep your parties short and fun. Feel free to customize your party however best fits your hostess and guests. As you know, practice makes perfect. So whatever type of party you choose, party basics are the same. For every party, you will open the party and tell your I story. Introduce Mary Kay Ash and the opportunity. Present the products. Close, answer questions, and ring up the sales. And lastly, follow up. But first, here are a couple of things you might want to do before the party. 1. Mentors. Consider partnering with your recruiter or sales director to watch her in action, which can help you gain the confidence to soar. 2. Education. Take advantage of the amazing education available to you. Begin with the MK Confident Fast and Fun modules, where you can learn everything you need to get your business up and running. Next, complete the Skincare Confident, Color Confident, and Clinical Solutions Confident online lessons to elevate your skincare and color cosmetics credibility with your customers. 3. Networking. When you're planning your party, remember your circle of influence. Stay active on social. Everyone loves a like and a comment even more. Reach out to friends and family, even those who don't live near you. We're all close, even if it's virtually. 4. Review and practice the party dialogues in your flip chart, which can help with your confidence as you hold your parties. So, you've been mentored by your sales director or recruiter. You've completed your education. You have a hostess and guests scheduled, and now it's time to have some fun and sell some product. Watch as I demonstrate some of the different ways we can hold a party. For my in-person parties, I set the table prior to my guest's arrival with the products, party trays, a disposable tray, a facial cloth. You may use a cloth, or you can purchase a pack of disposable cloths on section 2 of your consultant order form, and a bowl of water. For virtual parties, I sent my guests product samples about a week prior, and at the beginning of the party, I will ask them to have their packets ready and scissors to open them. They'll need a washcloth, access to water, and a mirror. For my setup, natural lighting works wonders, but if it's not available, supplement. You can use an inexpensive ring light. Set up your computer, or if you are using your phone, use a tripod to keep the camera steady and your hands free. For open house parties, I make sure my products are ready for guests to sample and the room is clear of any clutter. Your flip chart is the perfect tool to help you hold your party. Use the dialogues on the back of the pages to help guide you through the party. Your guests will love seeing the beautiful product images as you flip through each page. Today, we are going to be sharing some of the dialogues and scripts from the flip chart, just so you can get an idea of what the party can look like. The key is to make it sound natural and not scripted. If you miss a word, don't stress, just keep going. You'll do great. You don't always have to have a hostess for a party, but today I do. Working with a hostess has its perks. She can invite her friends, family, and colleagues to the party, bring in new customers, increase attendance, and cheer you on along the way. Before your party, be sure to give her a heads up on what to expect and find out what she's hoping to get out of the party too. Create a Shop My Party link for her party so she can share it with her friends and family for them to shop on your personal website or the Mary Kay app. She can even send her party link to those who cannot attend her party. It's a great way to increase party sales, which can help her to earn hostess rewards. And you can easily track party sales. If you don't have a hostess, you're the hostess, and don't worry, that works too. Prior to the party, I pre-profiled each guest to determine what skin type they have, so I used the right formula in their tray. For those guests that I did not pre-profile, I handed them a beauty profile card and asked them to fill it out. I also asked all the guests to download the Skin Analyzer app, especially for those who will be attending virtually, so I could get their list of recommended products depending on their scan results. You know Mary Kay thinks of everything. These party resources were created specifically to help you, a new independent beauty consultant, hold skincare parties. Hi, I'd like to thank everyone for joining today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jen, and I'm your Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant. I would also like to thank my hostess, Renee. I reward all of my hostesses with fabulous perks, and I'd be happy to tell you about them at the end of this party.
They're really good too, just saying.
Aren't they? Okay, you're going to learn about incredible Mary Kay products for healthy and radiant skin as we go along. I'll also share information about the company as well, so you'll get to know what makes the brand so special. But first, I'd like to tell you a little about Mary Kay Ash. Mary Kay Ash built her company with a passion for changing women's lives for the better. Okay, let's get started. Look at your party tray. I filled each well with the formula fit for your skin type, normal to dry or combo to oily.
I can't wait to try all these products.
At the end of the party, I will follow up with each of you one-on-one for an individual consultation to discuss your specific skincare and beauty needs and to answer any questions you may have. Renee can also send the Shop My Party link to anyone who was not able to attend. Sound good? I'm in.
Me too.
If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing about your skin, what would it be?
I would love to even out my skin tone.
I would love to prevent wrinkles.
Now it's time to experience something I call a miracle.
Say no more. I'll take it.
Well, then I'm excited to talk to you about the TimeWise Miracle Set. It's skincare meets self-care to help skin look its best longer. It can help reset the pace of skin's visible aging starting in as little as 2 weeks. That must be some powerful technology to start delivering results so quickly. And it is. The product you will experience now is the TimeWise 4-in-1 Cleanser. Wet your face with the towel and apply the cleanser in an upward and outward motion. Okay, so now using your cloth, gently remove the cleanser. Good. Great. Now pat your face dry.
Oh my gosh, my skin feels so smooth.
I can't wait to try more.
Next is the TimeWise Antioxidant Moisturizer. Apply to your face now. As you'll notice, a little goes a long way. Start with a small amount. You can always add more.
Okay, that feels like silk. Raquel, do you love this? It's so soft.
Does anyone know why we always put on our skincare in an upward motion? It's to counteract the fact that gravity is always pulling our skin down.
I have always wondered the correct way to apply the cream.
Well, now you know. How many of you appreciate doing business with companies that are socially and environmentally responsible? You'll be glad to know that when you use Mary Kay products, you're supporting a company that does good. Since 1996, the Mary Kay Ash Foundation has awarded more than $92 million to fund research for cancers affecting women and to eradicate domestic violence against women once and for all.
That's pretty incredible.
We strive for excellence in product, supply chain, and operational innovation every day.
Seriously, I had no idea.
Me either, but I'm all in.
Well, obviously, so am I. Some of my very favorite products include the TimeWise Microdermabrasion Set, the Clearproof Charcoal Mask, and the Oil-Free Eye Makeup Remover. I'm going to walk around the room to place them on your hands to try. First, the TimeWise Microdermabrasion Set has 2 steps. Step 1 is refine. You'll gently rub that on your skin and then wipe off with your wet cloth. Step 2 is the pore minimizer. Rub that in and let it soak into your hand. This 2-step product helps you get the look of polished younger skin with significantly smaller pores.
My skin feels so smooth.
My hand is so soft and my dry skin is gone. Wow.
So on your other hand, I'll be using the Clearproof Charcoal Mask.
Okay. All right, there's about 5 minutes more of that video. You can access this under MK Confident. But what I wanted to do tonight is to introduce you and remind you that there's multiple ways to share Mary Kay skincare. And there is a common theme between all of the ways. 1, you're finding out what people's needs are, like what's going on with their skin. 2, you're connecting them to the product that is going to best meet that need. And 3, you are in an interactive situation where you're building relationships and trust. People want to purchase or will purchase from people they trust, especially when it's something on their face. So something they've been able to try and they're in a situation where they're not feeling like they're being forced to purchase something, but they've got an opportunity to get feedback back and forth. So you saw an in-person situation, a virtual situation where it's like on Zoom like this, an open house situation where people are just sitting around trying. And then there's a 4th way that recently we have been experimenting with to share product with people, and it's through our field trials, and it is giving people enough samples to try for a week, and each day you're giving instructions, and so there's an opportunity for 5 days in a row for conversation over text to answer questions and to build trust. So Charlene is my friend who we had known each other years ago, and I invited her to be a part of a field trial. So Charlene, I would love it if you would give your feedback from a participant perspective on being a part of a field trial.
Sure. Beth and I hadn't spoken in a long time, and she must have been going through her contacts looking for people for the field trial and said, I'm just going to shoot her a text and see what happens. So she
exactly right.
So she shot me a text, and I always knew she was a Mary Kay representative. And one of the things I remember was at BNI one time, she brought in all these free lipsticks, and we just got to take one. And whatever that day, I got the perfect color. It was like a really good experience that day.
Uh-huh.
So, so, you know, good memories popped into my head. And so she asked me in the text message if I'd like to do the trial. And I said, yeah, sure. What do I have to do? And she said, it's really easy. I'm just going to send you these samples and then I'll tell you what to do with them. And I work at night. So doing this in this way was just seems so easy to me. You know, I didn't have to attend any kinds of meeting or you know, a virtual Zoom at 8 o'clock at night. I'm off today. That's why I can come to this meeting. But normally I work, you know, until like 10 o'clock at night at the spa. So it just seemed like a really nice way to get into some, you know, even if I didn't think I could buy it or afford it, you know, at least I got to try it again for 5 days. I thought it would be fun. So I told her to send them. So the other thing is she sent them really fast, which was really nice. So I got them quickly. So it wasn't something that I had to wait a week for where it got out of my mind or whatever, you know, it just showed up really fast. And then she was really good at giving me instructions on how to use everything and answer my questions. And so as I was using them, my skin started to look younger. So then I started having the results. And yeah, and anyway, we followed up from there. So
Yeah.
any questions? Do you have questions, Beth? Anything I didn't?
Well, you know, it's really, so Charlene was it, the way Charlene described it is 100% true. I was going through looking because our job is to invite everyone we know to try Mary Kay skincare. And so I literally was going through my phone going, who have I not asked to try Mary Kay skincare? And I loved the idea of multiple days in a row and being able to do my job as a consultant. And so that was very fun. What was fun with Charlene is she showed me, she said, Beth, do you need other people to do this? And I said, yes, absolutely. And so she invited her sister and one of her clients to participate. So 2 more people that tried the skincare. And that was it was easy for people to go, sure, I'd love to give this a try. I mean, it's a pretty easy yes. Not everybody says yes. Some people are like, I don't want to get off what I'm doing for 5 days. Like, you know, I've kind of got, which is normal. You guys, it's normal. So what I'm loving about this time in history in Mary Kay is we have so many ways to share product with people. So now that I have learned how to share product in the skin trial way with Charlene and 50 other people, I have learned that skill. And then I still do in person because there are people that still want to gather people. There are still people that want to do one-on-one. I'm still doing Zoom appointments with people. So you get to look at this like banquet table and go, what's going to work for me? And what am I going to get excited about? I have a friend who is a top director in Mary Kay. She is doing exclusively field trials. I have other people that are doing no field trials and doing everything in person. I have another friend that's doing kind of a mix of things. And so what you get to decide, the message that I want to help all of us think about tonight is back to where we started our evening. Where are we now? Where do we want to grow? And what method do you want to use to begin introducing skincare to people? Because what I'm going to encourage you to do is pick one and then commit to going, okay, if this is how I want to share skincare with people, then what do I do next? Like, how do I begin inviting people? That is when you're clear on where you want to grow to and how you want to do it, then we can get real, like, can resource you with the tools of what do you say? How do you do it? And it is a skill that you can learn. So you can literally like just autopilot your Mary Kay business, which is what we all want, right? Like we all have a lot of stuff going on. And so to be able to have something that you go, this is how I'm building my customer base is really powerful. So we're at the top of our time, but I want to open it up for questions on anything that we talked about. This is just that we will continue this conversation next week, but I am going to challenge everybody to think about two things. One, what way do they want to be sharing Mary Kay product with people in August? Like in August, how do you want to share Mary Kay skincare with people? And number two, how many people would you like? So that's your challenge for tonight. And let me open it up for questions or comments on anything that we discussed tonight.
What do you say to somebody who say they don't wash their face every day, they don't use product every day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I can like there are some people like that's just kind of their jam. And so you can ask them like, is that working for you? And some people it is. Like some people have great skin and I mean it's not healthy to leave gunk on your face, but what you could say, Julie, is you know what? You would be the perfect person for this trial because I'd be really curious to see how your face would respond if you did something 5 days in a row. Like you might love it, you might hate it, but you would actually be perfect. This is anytime anybody says something to me that like whatever their response is, I try to always think in my head, like I'm gonna agree with them. Like, great. Great. I love that you don't wash your face every day. Perfect. Or if somebody says, I use a great skincare line, I would say, great. I would love to get your feedback on our skincare line because you are using a good skincare line. So getting a comparison would be super helpful for me. And so, but does that make sense, Julie, to kind of look at whatever people say to you to not think, oh my gosh, that's an objection, but to just agree with them because then you're on the same, like, you kind of linked arms with them. You're not in a like, well, that's terrible. Why are you not washing your face every day? Like that's going to just build like a wall, you know? But yeah, it kind of gets fun to think of how you can just encourage people. So yeah. Other questions for me or for Charlene? Yeah, Dawn?
So when she's doing the facials and I was watching her doing the facials, she had the tubie, the full tubies and putting it in there. Can we still use the sample packets doing the facials or that's not what you're supposed to do?
Sure. You can use whatever you want. Yeah. I mean, it's just product. So if you have the samples, you can give everybody samples at their individual spots. It is to use full size and to squirt in if that's going to be your main way of sharing with people, it's more cost effective to use a full size and squirt than to buy little samples. You can get a lot more out of a tube than you would to get the same amount in sample size.
Yeah, I'm just asking because right now all I have is samples.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. They just need the product on their face. So however it comes. Yeah. Yeah, good question. She mentioned in the video the flip chart. So this is something if you don't have one, you can order it off of InTouch. But everything that the person said in that demonstration were words in this flip chart. So it is on one side it has pictures, the other side it has the words. And even in the field trials where we're texting out information, a lot of the things we're texting are things that are actually in the flip chart. So it's like we've taken the skincare class and just put it in a text format and just so like you're doing a skincare class throughout the week. But so all of can you guys see how it's all doing the same thing? It's just in a different format. It's what works best for you. So any other questions or feedback? What are you going to take away from tonight?
I've been loving the skincare trials. So that's something I've been doing with, started July. So I'm going into my second month and just it's nice because I have my binder. I sit down and I reach out to the people. I know exactly where they're at. And then it's also, I've been able to expand my skincare customer base with, with everybody that I've been reaching out to. So I'm enjoying it. And it's nice too because then it's not a one and done. Because I was feeling kind of that way where I would meet with somebody, whether it was over Zoom or in person, and then it just kind of felt like it was one and done. But this is something that we're building a relationship over that week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really taught me a lot about, so even when I would have an in-person appointment, so let's say I had an in-person appointment and somebody went home with a miracle set, I'm doing a better job of like connecting with them after they have the product. Like like we know this, but for some reason, I don't think, I mean, it's just something that is, it's great customer service. Like when they get their product, how's it going? Have you taken it out of the box yet? Sometimes people will buy it and they won't take it out of the box for a week. And so it's really kind of built that skill of that connection. So, yeah. Well, Amy, that's awesome. I love that you're loving it. And as a busy mom working a full-time job and having two busy kids, having like something that you can do in small little pockets is super, super powerful.
Yes, because I think sometimes that would stop me I would look at my date book and look at my soccer schedule or whatever schedule, and I'd be like, how am I going to make this work? And so then I would stop and I wouldn't even try because I wasn't sure how to make it work. But this is something that I can do just in the small pockets.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I told people that were on last week, I have 6 field trials out, and they're people that I met in Charlotte on our seminar, which is so fun, like so fun to have this that we can get out to people. Well, okay, so your challenge this week is to decide which way do you want to share skincare with people in August and um how many? How many? So text me when you decide that, because then what I can resource you with is, okay, this is what you're going to want to do next. If this is the method you want to use, then this is the kind of the pathway that you want to put your blinders on. Because once you know what it is, you just want to get on that path and go, okay, this is where I'm going. Then you're not distracted by what's going on with everybody else. So. All right. Well, ladies, think about where you want to grow tonight. It was great to have you all on. I did not expect to have the revelation that we've got 3 Spotify band people. I've got all of their names down. I'm looking them all up. This is so exciting. We're a rock star unit, and I will look forward to seeing you all next week. So, guys, have a great week. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.